98.8. After a time what is now being called New Minervi, the expedition has been expecting cargo vessels on our way to Starbase 27 for signs of a new possible Trill symbiote trafficking in the area. This was only discovered after one of the miners from the new colony admitted to implanting symbiotes in Trill who haven't gone through the initiation program. So far, we haven't found any new leads on the matter, though one of the survivors will make a full recovery after being joined with a infant symbiote, which is often fatal, and the other individual has been left with permanent brain damage. The doctor is unclear if he will make a full recovery or not. I have made arrangements to discuss this disturbing matter with my mentor and longtime friend, Eden Aku, from the Symbiote Commission. Hopefully, Eden will be able to shed some new light on this matter. And log.
All right. So I'm going to start the episode in the conference room with this crew doing one of their staff meetings about the status of the ship, sector-wide security briefings and whatnot. So I will step aside for a bit and give you the floor.
Commander, do you know our ETA until we arrive at Starbase 27?
About 2 hours, Captain.
Doctor, how is your patient doing in sickbay?
Did we lose the doctor?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was pulling something out of the oven. What was the question?
How's your patient doing in sickbay?
Well, Malco Les is still unresponsive, even with everything I've tried to do to repair the damage. There was a lot of neural damage from him being joined and then subsequently unjoined. However, Emery has responded very well, and after one final examination, she should be able to leave sickbay.
Well, that's good to hear. Any reports that need to be attended to this morning?
I have one Captain. A iron storm was reported by Starfleet originating from the Coronar system along the Klingon Federation border. It's a Type 1 iron storm, and they recommend all ships along that border raise shields and adjust the shields for use against high energy impacts.
Understood. Hopefully you won't succumb to the storm, but in any case, Mr. Casey, make the appropriate adjustments to the shields.
Yes, Captain. I'd also like to mention that I have received a report from Regional Security Officer that the USS Tiananmen is nearing the end of its refit at Starbase 27. I have not yet heard what its mission may be, but it could prove to be a useful asset if it is available in the continuation of this mission.
Understood.
And Captain, something from my side. A quick review over the inspection of the civilian cargo traffic. With the increase in traffic, it's becoming a bit more difficult to inspect every ship that passes Starbase 27. Several ships have already started slipping by, mostly really due to our lack of being able to cover everything. We can't be in more than two places at once, or well, being in more than one place at once. And so, although we've been able to recover some contraband, I do fear that some has been able to slip by.
Well, it's inevitable, Commander. Unfortunately, we can't be everywhere at once.
Captain, I'd like to report that all ship systems are functioning properly. There was a minor issue with the impulse reactor, but it has been repaired. You should no longer have any issues with the impulse engines.
What sort of problem, Commander?
It was causing the impulse engines to be sluggish and not as responsive. I have overseen the repairs and should be back to normal.
Very good. Anything else anyone wishes to add before we conclude the meeting? Well, in that case, you're dismissed. Commander, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, Captain. What is it?
You seem to be more familiar with Emery. She's going to be going through a little bit of rough time.
Yes, Captain. I feel that we made a connection before the events that obviously brought her into sickbay. Would you like me to attend to her?
Uh, just talk with her, see if there's anything, she needs to, help her through this process.
Understood, Captain. Of course.
Thank you, DeGrasse, and you're dismissed.
Thank you, Captain. And at that, DeGrasse gets up and exits.
All right. Figure we'll head down the sick bay then. Let me get it set up really quick. God, I keep forgetting how huge your token comes into the screen.
You can just leave it if you want to.
Let it take up half of the screen.
Yeah, I can just be 10 feet tall, I guess.
He's kaiju now.
Right, and Commander, you'll enter sick bay. And you're able to find the doctor and Emery. The doctor is giving Emery, the exam that he alluded to.
So, yep. So DeGrasse walks back and he'll say, Doctor Emery?
Commander.
You are on first name basis, correct?
Me and Emery? Or is it Emery?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So I'll just play it. Commander?
Emily, no need to call me Commander. Nothing needs to be that formal. How are you feeling?
I'm sorry, Commander. I'm still having trouble coming to terms with all these new emotions and thoughts.
Doc? Is everything okay?
Well, physically everything seems to check out. I cannot attest to her mental state as I am not a ship's counselor. However, what I can attest to seems to be good. Just takes time to get integrated, I guess.
And DeGrasse will turn back to Emily and say, well, I too remember my time when I was first joined. It's a unique experience. The main thing is to try to stay calm, make sure to relax. It will come in waves. It'll feel you may feel a little anxious, a little panicky sometimes, but it'll pass. You'll feel much better eventually.
I thought my time as in the initiate program would prepare me for this. Perhaps the commission was right to reject my application.
Well, don't speak too soon. It's always a little rough at first, but trust me, when things settle down, it's more than worth it.
Thank you for being so kind, Commander. I do have to ask, though, what is going to happen to me now?
Well, that's an excellent question. We, quite honestly, we're still attempting to get direction on that. I'll continue speaking to the captain till that point where we have confirmation on exactly what we'll do moving forward. Captain has asked me to ensure your well-being. to make sure that, well, you have a little bit of a helping hand as you go through this process. DeGrasse will turn to the doctor. Doctor, let me know when she's finished with all health checks, and if you weren't going to already, I'd really appreciate if you could refer her to the ship's counselor for a little psychological evaluation, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
I understand, Commander. However, with something like this, I would recommend someone who's gone through a similar experience rather than, as you know, a counselor who probably hasn't.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would be happy to serve that function.
Understood. Then after I finish this final examination, I will release her into your care.
Okay, understood. Let me know when everything's complete, and he'll turn to Emily and say, and I'll be right down.
Understood, Commander.
And DeGrasse will turn and return to the bridge.
Okay. Anyone else have any scenes they'd like to do? As half of the crew is not at their positions, apparently. And the commander's token is not even on here.
And DeGrasse walks over and takes a seat. Captain, following up on our previous conversation, it appears Emily's physical health checks out. The doctor has let me know that after he's completed his diagnostics, he'll release her into my care, and I can help with the more psychological effects.
Understood. Are you up to this task?
Well, candidly, I was questioning myself on that very point, and my instinct was to ask her to go to the ship's council at first, but the doctor felt that having her work with somebody who's been through a similar experience would be more helpful. So I'll see what I can do. And of course, I would be happy to involve you as well. Being the only other Trill, I believe, on this ship who's also been joined.
I will, if you find yourself stuck, I will be happy to help you out. But usually in matters such as these, it's best for a one-on-one approach.
Understood.
Helm, send a standard communication once we're within range of Starbase 27. Request for docking.
I Captain.
Captain, we are receiving a distress call.
Location.
Feel free to make up a bearing, Casey.
No location yet, Captain.
Source. Like, who's it from?
Yeah, just waiting for it. It's from a runabout, Captain. We have both audio and visual.
On screen.
Azrael, I am under attack. 3 ships warped right on my position. Shields are... I am close to something big. And on screen, you hear phaser blacks impacting the runabout and several of the consoles around the bridge exploding. I have encoded information in the runabout's computer. Only you can access it. Hurry, Captain, you must save the symbiotes. And you can see that the cockpit is shook by another series of phaser volleys. The console in front of him explodes, and the communication cuts.
Lieutenant Don, get us a bearing, quick.
Aye, Captain.
This be Reason Science, difficulty 1, assisted by Sensor Science.
Whoops. That might not be an actual complication. I just noticed that I forgot to adjust the complication range back to the default.
It is not a complication.
Sweet. That's good news. And now I will adjust my complication range so that that does not happen again.
All right, so I believe with your sensors, this brings it to diff 0, so you have 2 momentum.
Yep. Captain, I have the heading. I'm sending it over to the con station now.
Did the communication go out?
Yes. The source is no longer transmitting.
Helm, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain. If I could find my warp sound.
Helm, ETA.
Should arrive in less than 15 minutes, Captain. I could get that down to half if I push the engines a little bit.
Make it so.
Conda Engineering, I need a little bit more juice.
Shouldn't be a problem.
All right, Mendrock, give me Daring Engineering difficulty 2, assisted by the Engines Engineering.
One for mechanics or EPS systems?
Warp field dynamics definitely applies.
All right. I'll buy a 3 die. Or buy a die for 3. That's what I should say.
All right, so far 3 successes. Just need the ship.
Somebody heard that?
What's the ship rolling?
Engines engineering. All right, you get the momentum back. Unless you have any rerolls.
Yeah, because I have cautious engineering, so.
All right, you get another one. Go ludicrous speed.
Pretty much. Engineering to bridge. Should have the speed, Captain.
And the con officer pushes the limits of the engine. And after a few minutes dropping out of warp at the location. And upon dropping out of warp on the view screen, you could see the heavily damaged runabout. Oh, I had a name somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, there's a name of it. I didn't put it in here. You see the heavily damaged runabout, and hovering within close range of the runabout is a very old and but heavily modified Miranda-class starship. There are 2 other vessels that lie between the expedition and the runabout. Before you are able to get any words out, the Miranda jumps to high warp with the 2 vessels moving into long range and on an intercept course.
Shields up. Nadon, try to track that vessel.
Yes, Captain. And I'll try to calculate where their warp signature is headed.
Yep. But we are in combat.
We're in long range.
Yes. So you got the 2 ships here, the runabout there.
Should I delete them?
No. So Mr. Casey, attack pattern Omega 7. And we're going to disable the 2 ships. So I'm going to roll to create the advantage for plan of action.
What is that? Presence command if 2?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Oh, okay. So you're probably presence command here because you gave the order.
All right. Strategy and tactics.
Yes.
Take a threat.
I do enjoy threat. Get 2 momentum. Oh, I should probably say this is a new scene, by the way.
Well, I'll spend the 1 momentum gained, well, the 2 momentum gained, but so we go down to do a swift task, and I'm going to order Mr. Casey to open fire with the phaser rays targeting the ship's engines on one of them.
Okay.
It's gonna be a really difficult attack, Casey.
It will.
Just so you know.
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
So, Casey, we have the green ship and the yellow ship for easy color coordination. They're both in long range, so that is a base difficulty of 3. -1 for the strategy and tactics thing, right?
Yes.
All right, so that brings it back down to 2, but you are targeting engines, so that'll bring it back up to difficulty 3.
It'll be diff 4. Because I'm swift tasking and giving him the orders.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this will be a difficulty 4 for you.
All right.
We're not doing salvo. We're not doing a spread on the
Yep.
shot. So.
I'm just gonna do those 2 momentum and a threat for 4 dice. I'm going to use the star-crossed metal and double my focus range. I'm going to assume that shipboard weapon systems will be applying. So
Yes.
I would also like to use my Christopher Pike medal for 2 automatic successes.
Sure. You could use it on an assist.
This is when I'm using the direct task. I'm using the direct task.
Then yes.
That's what, 9?
Yeah, because that
that
one was also a crit because of the
so
Starcross.
10.
So 10 currently, and then we still have the ship to roll. God, that's ridiculous. You guys just hit a difficulty 11, by the way.
So 11, that is currently what?
You're 5 over.
It was.
Oh wait, no. Sorry. Div 4. Yeah. So you get 6 successes, so you should be full. Right?
Actually,
did my math work?
You have a float.
Yeah.
You actually have 3 float.
Yeah, because you got 11 minus 4. Yes, 7.
No additional powers. Cost 1 power.
Damage, please. Oh dear God. You know, all they want is a chance, Casey. A chance.
I count 12.
I only count 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, it's 12. Minus a resistance. So right now you are doing 9. You are technically doing 2 breaches to their engines.
Okay. So the 2 versatile goes into power drain. The 2 float needs to go into power drain, or sorry, the 3 float, because plan of action gives 2 bonus momentum. So 5 total power on the power drain. And if it's a breach to engines, that should also be total 7 power drain. Total 7. So they use 2 automatically on impact to engines.
Okay. Their power supply is less than 10%.
Another momentum for power drain.
And whichever ship you targeted, I will say it's the green one. You could see that it totally powered down.
Excellent.
And it's venting warp. It's venting plasma into space.
2 momentum to. Wait, do you have quick to action, Casey? I forget.
Yep.
You do?
Or wait, sorry. No, I do not.
Okay.
I fire at will.
2 momentum to keep the initiative. And same thing on the other guy. Except you're on your own.
Yeah, so this is going to be a diff 4 or diff 5?
I believe this is going to be the diff 3.
Yeah.
Because you don't get an increase in difficulty. The captain did.
So I'm going to spend 2 momentum and 1 threat for 4 dice. Yeah.
So you get 2 momentum.
Let's re-roll those zeros.
Let's re-roll.
Well, it's 6.
So 1 versatile to re-roll.
Yeah.
That's a better roll. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting 11. All right,
Yes,
so
11.
you have achieved 1 breach on their engines. Their shields are less than 10%.
Going for power drain. So, currently it's 3 to dampening. That should be. What scale are these?
3.
You know what? We'll just spend 1 to piercing, and total of 5, like all the momentum. So 5 momentum to dampening and 1 to piercing.
Okay. So that'll give 2 breaches to the engines. You could give yourself 1 momentum back because you didn't need to use it.
Okay.
And then this one of the nacelles takes a direct hit from Casey's sustained phaser blast, destroying the nacelle totally and rendering the ship powerless in space.
It's their go. Unless Casey wants to swift task, but I don't think there's anything to do at this point right now.
I guess I could tractor beam them, I guess, but
We're not in range. We have to be close. So.
right.
Okay, so what they are going to do?
Surrender, hopefully.
All right, the ship is not going to assist with that. How much do they get back? Okay. This ship here God, dear God. I'm just going to use the complication. This ship here, you see that it powers back on, and as it tries to maneuver away, the other nacelle starts venting plasma as well, giving itself another breach, and you detect that a warp core explosion is imminent. That happened on the green ship.
They got
And I
another
believe it-
breach to their engines?
I had so I tried to do a task to warp away, and I got a complication. So as they tried to warp away, the damage to the engines caused
Oh.
another breach.
Yeah, it's also increased difficulty.
Yeah, they needless to say they failed and got a complication. So needless to say, the green ship is not having a good time. It will be your turn.
Yeah. So let's maneuver or impulse to this guy. Yeah, if anyone wants to roll for Orjol, should probably do a maneuver. Get in close range so we can tractor beam. Or if DeGrasse wants to give the order, because we probably should capture one of them at least.
I mean, I can roll for original.
You said green was about to go into a warp core breach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to stay away from that.
Okay. So we're navigating kind of over. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna capture them. Like if they can like stabilize their warp core or they eject it, they're not gonna really go anywhere.
Sure.
So
Okay. Yeah, we'll just navigate closer to
well,
the
we
yellow
want
ship
to
on the
impulse.
other side.
I think we have to impulse to get to him, which is
Okay.
only one power.
Yeah, let's do it.
So it'll be controller daring with your con. Assisted by engines con.
Div 0.
Yeah.
Probably want to put a thread into it just to see if we can't get some momentum. I think he's got old con.
Yeah, I was reading over his stats real quick. Yeah, let's do a threat, and then focus for flight control systems.
Yep.
Okay.
Get 4 momentum.
Let's keep the initiative and have Coda engage a tractor beam.
All right. This will be control security difficulty 2. Assisted by structure security.
Does anyone wish to roll for Coda?
I can.
diff 2.
Yes. So what is that? Three momentum gained, and you are able to get a tractor beam on that ship.
We're out of turns, so
All right. I'll do this one again just to finish their turn. God, they suck. Okay, goes back to you.
we're a little low on power. I mean, well, not low, but if you want to overcharge our power there, Mandrock, you can.
Can you do that? What role is that?
I believe that's control engineering. Yeah, during our control engineering difficulty 2.
EPS systems for focus?
Yes.
All right.
You spending the momentum?
Yeah, let's do that.
I believe you have a reroll.
Yep.
All right, you gain 2 momentum out of that. So unless you have any ship systems, so far you gain 1 power.
We have improved power systems.
So 2 power.
So that puts us at 10. We have a float. We can put that at, gives us to 12.
Yep. And then I believe you're at max power, if I'm not mistaken.
You can go over the max.
Yeah, no, you guys are at max momentum.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just leave it there.
Okay, goes back to them.
Yeah.
Goes back to you.
So, who's left?
Technically Doctor, and technically Nadan. And the commander.
Yeah, I do have to try the trace on that other ship.
Feeling a boarding action. I don't know about you guys.
Me and Casey always votes for boarding action, but
Makes sense to me.
Go ahead, I guess, do the trace.
All right, Nadan, this will be a reason or control with your science. Difficulty 3, assisted by ship sensor science, so diff 2. And I'm going to make your complication range 2.
Okay. I will spend to get 1 extra die. Momentum, that is.
You just need the ship. Come on, complication. Almost.
Would this ship also have a complication range of 2?
Oh, yes, it would. So that is a complication.
Shit.
Do you have intense scrutiny?
I do not.
I guess 2 momentum for squash.
Yes, that makes sense. We should only have 3 because I spent 1 to get an extra die already.
Yeah, but you gained it back because it was diff 2.
Oh, right. Okay. Captain, it's heading to a system along the border. I was able to track the ship.
Keep an eye on it, Lieutenant.
Aye, Captain.
Goes back to them.
Yes. On screen.
Hold your fire, Federation vessel. We surrender.
Please state your identity.
We are hired mercenaries.
Who hired you?
No names were given, but they pay really well.
Very well. I hope you do realize you just fired upon a Federation civilian. I hope they pay well enough, because you may be spending your time a long time in a rehabilitation center. And
Our backers have loads of cash. I'll be out tomorrow afternoon.
I don't think money is going to help you here. What do they look like? Are they Nausicaans or?
It's audio only. Make it easy. But they probably sound like it.
Do any of your personnel require medical attention?
We'll be able to handle our own, Captain.
Understood. And she goes, motions to cut the communications. Transporter room, begin beaming out of all personnel on board these vessels to the brig.
Aye, Captain. I'm reading about 35 individuals.
Make it quick. Is that on both ships or just one?
Probably combine both ships.
Once the transport of the prison, or once we have transported all the prisoners, let's recover the runabout. And then Helm, prepare to set a course towards that system.
Aye, Captain. Okay, I won't make you roll for the transporter. It's easy enough. Eventually, this ship here loses containment and explodes. But they start with that ship, so it's fine. What exactly are you doing with the runabout?
We're gonna tractor and put in our shuttle bay. We have extensive shuttles or extensive shuttle bays, so
Okay. I don't think I need to make you roll for that either. It seems pretty easy.
and yeah, we'll probably just destroy the other one once we get everybody off of it.
Okay, sounds good. I won't make you roll for that either.
Captain's not in too happy mood, so
Okay, so you get all the prisoners confined to brigs and/or makeshift force fields. You transport the shuttle into. Sorry, you tractor the runabout into the shuttle bay. Now, what do you guys do?
I believe I ordered the helm to set a course for the system where the Miranda was heading to maximum warp. We're gonna
Okay.
pursue them, laying a pursuit course.
All right. Do you do anything with the runabout?
Um, helm ETA to the system.
Because I have to do math. So the ship has a pretty good head start, and the system is about here.
There, 27 light years or whatever.
Yeah, probably around 25. 25-ish, let's say.
We can get there in 6 hours.
Okay. So yeah, so you'll be there in 6 hours. Captain will be there in about 6 hours.
Understood. Lieutenant Nidan, and then she kind of taps. Commander Mendrock, meet me in the shuttle bay. DeGrasse, the bridge is yours.
I will follow the captain.
No runabout in here. We'll pretend this is it. I think Mendrak went to the bathroom.
Any life signs on board? Nidan?
None. Oh, sorry.
I'll scan for them.
Yeah, Dadan, you do not read any.
None, Captain.
You can see the runabout has definitely taken a lot of damage. It's taken damage to a lot of its systems. You could tell that it's taken phaser shots to its engines, to its sensors, to its sensor array. There are multiple places along the hull. It looks like the communication antennae were hit.
Let's take a look and see if what Eden left for me. Hopefully the computer core is still intact. So yeah,
Hi, Captain.
let's try to go inside the runabout.
The doors are able to open without any problems. And when you get inside the ship, you find that The computers do still appear to be functional, but all the systems are locked out.
What sort of lockout is it?
That you will have to roll for. The task will be a reason or insight with engineering or security difficulty 2.
I can support Mendrock if Mendrock wants to lead it.
Sure. So, engineering and reason? What you said? Hello?
What was that?
Reason and engineering?
Yes.
Uh,
I believe it's Div 2.
52. Okay.
Yes, that's correct as well.
Computers as a focus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy a die. And we roll that one with cautious.
Crap. Can we buy off my complication?
I believe he gained 2, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You gain 2, and then we got the complication.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and buy it off.
Okay. Okay, so you guys start trying to hack the computer, and Captain and Nadon, what you notice instantly is that the encryption sequence is actually written in the Trill language.
That's cool.
And Captain, can you give me an insight, command, or con difficulty 2? I'm not sure about Nadon. Hold on. Nadon, you weren't an initiate or anything, were you?
I was a failed initiate.
Okay, you can make this roll as well.
Take a threat.
Okay, Captain, you get 1 momentum out of it.
We'll buy off the Don's complication.
Okay.
Thanks.
So both of you notice the login that what it's asking for, the encryption key it's asking for, it looks very similar to the interface of what you would needed to use to log into the computers at the Symbiosis Commission. You know, like during your initiate training. It's almost like someone took the login program and implanted it over the Federation computer systems. And it appears to be asking for login credentials.
The captain will enter her login credentials. Hopefully this will work.
Okay, since this was many years ago, and you have to try to remember what the password was, this is going to be a succeed at cost task. Reason with Commander Con difficulty 3.
Take a threat. said difficulty 3?
Yeah, it succeeded
Oh.
cost, so no worries.
Well, that's a terrible roll.
So, Captain, trying to remember what your password was from your initiate days takes a lot longer than you cared to admit. So you're probably at this for a good 15, 20 minutes trying to find passwords, and eventually you remember the correct sequence, and the computer, um, you're able to access the computer now.
Oh, that's a little embarrassing, but I have full control of the computer. And then she's believe Eden said he left something behind.
And responding to your login, it instantly pulls up a file. And I put what the file says for everybody here because you're all probably looking at it. So that should be making deliveries in and around Starbase 27. Not all of them are heading there.
Does it have a scheduled time when these symbiotes will arrive? Like the when the deliveries are being made?
Yeah. Let me pull up my ship information. One of the ships is heading there now and should be in there within a few hours. Another one is not stopping at 27, but is actually heading toward the new colony. And the other one appears to be heading towards Starbase 17. The two that are heading toward the colony and 17 have already left 27.
She puts all this information on a pad and tells Nidan, "Get this to Commander DeGrasse right away."
Yes, Captain. I'll start heading up.
Tell him to start cross-referencing these ships and see what available resources we could pull to stop these vessels before they make their handoff.
Yes, Captain. I'm on it.
Right. Anything else you or Mendrock are doing inside the runabout before I head to the bridge for the roleplay there?
Mendrock, needs your assistance to help prep the Alpha Flyer.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, a few minutes later.
Commander, the captain gave me something to hand off to you.
Huh. Okay, Lieutenant. Please hand it over.
I hand it over. She also asked that I request that we see what resources can be pulled to stop those identified on the pad. before they can finish their deliveries.
Understood. And he'll take the pad and read it over.
And the information on the pad is what I have in the channel.
Okay. So, Lieutenant, when the captain said, "Pull any resources," did she want information, or did she want us to put a plan of action together?
She wanted the ship stopped, Commander.
Understood. Okay, well, thank you. Casey, if you could meet me in my office, please.
Yes, Commander.
Don has the bridge, I guess.
What do you need, sir?
So DeGrasse will say, well, he'll hand him the pad and say, well, wanted to obviously include you on this since it is essentially an intercept list. Looks like we'll have to look at a few of these paths, and wanted your help in putting together some sort of protocol to make sure that we can stop all of these ships.
Understood, Commander. Won't be an easy task.
Well, I'm glad that we have you here. As far as tactics go, not necessarily my strong suit, so let's see what we can do.
So, how many ships is on the list again? 3, I see.
Yep, 3. GM, what sort of roles would we need to put this together?
Well, what are you trying to do?
So, Prax, correct me if I'm wrong. You wanted essentially a plan to intercept these ships before the handoff, correct?
Essentially, yeah, ways to we can stop these ships. Either if we have to call in like the Tina Min to seize one of the vessels, and about the other ones, it's one of those things. Also, like if we have to divide the crew up, because Captain's still wanting to save her friend, as well as get the 25 missing symbiotes back.
Gotcha. So yeah, I guess the first question would be, based on the headings that we see, would it even be possible for us to intercept more than one of these ships with the expedition?
Yes.
Okay.
Casey's question is, what are the tactical capabilities of each vessel? Or if they have any. Or if they're just like smuggled on basic transports.
Yeah, just shielding.
Cool.
No registered weapon systems.
So how many of these ships could we reasonably intercept with just the expedition?
With the expedition's speed, you could get all of them within, probably a day if you haul ass,
Okay.
so to speak.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if they're gonna perform the handoff,
Here, to make
with-
this easier, let me go to the map really quick.
okay.
All right, so the first one was on its way to 27. It's probably located here. The other two have just left 27. One of them's probably located here, and the other one is probably located over here.
Okay. And so where the handoffs supposed to take place? It is actually at Starbase 27.
So-
You're not really sure what the cargo. Well, you know that the one here is heading toward 27. The other two, this one here is heading toward the colony, and the one over here is heading toward Starbase 17. Which the colony is here, 17 here.
Well, the ones that are heading, well, at least the first one, um, heading to Starbase 27, we could alert the Starbase and have them seize the vessel as soon as it docks. We might not even need to intercept it.
Yeah. No, I like that idea.
I guess if the depending on whether or not that vessel or they know, I guess we don't know if they know about each other, but if they could alert the other vessel that they are being seized, then that could cause an issue. But they could do that if we were to try and seize them as well. So we could also, I guess, do that with Starbase 17. Just say, hey, when these guys show up, arrest them.
Yeah, I like that for Starbase 27. I mean, we can, we can of course ask them to seize it and not allow a transmission to go out. But yeah, I mean, we should be able to run down the other two, I think. And then if the one on, going to Starbase 17, if it gets close enough to where we don't think we can catch it, then we can radio ahead to 17 and yeah, just have them do the same thing. Cool. Yeah, no, I think we have our plan. So the grass will say, well, thanks for your help, Casey. So, anything having to do with symbiotes is well, it's quite a sensitive matter for the Trill.
I understand, sir.
All right. Well, you're dismissed. I'll let the captain know our thinking. I will get her thoughts, and I'll see you out on the bridge.
Thank you, Commander. And he'll return to his post.
DeGrasse will communicate to the captain. DeGrasse to Captain Prax.
Go ahead, Commander.
I think we have a plan to guarantee the interception of these ships. It appears that the one en route to Starbase 27 might be a little too close to Starbase for us to intercept, potentially. So Casey and I recommend that the Starbase go ahead and attend to that ship. The other two, we should be able to catch with the expedition with enough time to spare.
I believe the T9 is at Starbase 27. They could also intercept the vessel heading there. Having that vessel dock at 27 would bring up too many issues. I feel like
too close for comfort. I understand, Captain.
Contact the commanding officer of the T9 and have request to have that vessel seized if possible. We'll be dropping out warp soon, and I'll be taking a team with the Alpha Flyer to intercept the Miranda.
Okay. Sounds good, Captain. Will do. DeGrasse out.
Okay, so just so I know what's going on here, just so I can keep things straight, you're radioing to the Tiananmen to have them intercept the one vessel that's heading to 27. And then are you warping all the way to the system with the expedition to drop off the captain?
No, we're literally they're dropping out of warp, and I'm taking
Gotcha.
a small team in the Alpha Flyer, and we're going to proceed to follow Miranda.
Gotcha. Perfect. That's where I was confused about. Okay, so you and your small team are going to take the flyer to that. The expedition is going to go and get the other two. Perfect. I'm sure I have named, but if you want to name, I didn't make names because I was running a little bit low on time. I don't have names for the freighters. So whatever you come up with is fine. And the Miranda you could tell was a decommissioned Miranda. It's all patchworked and non-Starfleet tech attached to it. Repurposed. Okay, so I guess the question is then, Captain, who are you bringing?
Okay, so DeGrasse is taking command of the expedition. Do I want to separate the buddy cops? Nidan, are you okay to come with me?
Sure thing.
In that case, we'll bring Coda, and then Mendrak, do you want to go? Or we can bring Knight with us.
I'm at your service, Captain.
So Mendrak's going?
Sure.
Yeah.
I need my hacking skills.
Let's bring McKinsey in the flyer, because the doctor might be needed for the symbiotes, just in case.
Okay. So I got 5 so far.
Let's bring Basin along.
Who?
Orgel. Orgel. Duckstain. It's Nadon. Myself. Endrock. Kinsey. And I think we were taking Coda.
Oh, that's why he's in Con.
Yeah.
Although Con is a small craft.
Oh, well, then.
They both have small craft
Do they?
as focus.
So they do.
I was thinking Orgel because of the evasion and stuff.
Gotcha.
So, because we're probably going to run into combat. So, yes, we're dividing the party. And we're going to take on a Miranda in the Alpha Flare. It's going to be great.
What could go wrong?
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just a scale 2 craft group. It's scale 4.
Okay, back on the bridge. Commander, the ship drops out of warp so that you can launch the flyer. We are in a new scene, by the way.
DeGrasse communicates with the captain. Bridge to captain. You are good to go. Good luck.
And to you as well, Commander.
If anything happens, let us know and we'll double back as quickly as we can.
Understood. Good luck.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll launch.
All right. The Delta Flyer lifts off out of the cargo bay, and a few moments later, the expedition heads back to warp, heading back the way they came.
And yeah, we're gonna head towards the Miranda.
All right. I don't know what positions everyone wants to take up.
Engineering?
That's the engineering.
Probably. I couldn't remember if that was or if that was. I can't remember which one's the sensors. Makes sense to be back here, though.
I think there might be a chair there. I don't know.
Is now.
Isn't it?
You brought a folding chair.
There's one in the it's like in the compartment. You just hit the button and it comes out. Convenience.
Yes.
Ensign, laying a course, maximum warp.
Yes, Captain. Captain, I'm raising the shields and adjusting for the ion storm. Says Knight.
Understood. Go ahead and remodulate the shields. Give us a little bit extra protection.
Someone wants to give me that remodulate shield roll. This will probably be control, engineering, or security difficulty 2. System structure security.
I can do it. Control engineering.
It's security, so Coda would be doing it.
Security. Okay.
Whoever wants to roll for Coda.
Preferably somebody whose character is not here.
I can roll. What was the roll, sorry?
Control security. Difficulty 2.
Any focuses?
Probably not.
One threat then.
Right, you gain a momentum. And because of how you guys structured this one out, this entire scene is done. So we're technically go to the next scene, but I won't make you drop the momentum because, like I said, you guys did things that was able to bypass that entire scene. So, so we'll stick with the flyer, and we'll have you drop out of warp. So you're in the flyer for probably around the 6 hours or whatever, however long it takes you.
Be longer, but yeah.
Yeah, however long it takes you to get to the system. You guys drop out of warp at the system that the warp trail was leading to.
We can sensor sweep, Lieutenant, see if we can't find that Miranda.
Aye, Captain. And I'll do the sweep.
All right, this will be control or reason with science, difficulty 1, assisted by ship sensor science. And I should maybe see what the flyer has for stats, if anything.
It does not have anything to adjust the difficulty of that, so.
Blade of armor and improved warp drive, huh?
And it's a hot rod.
Question: would testing a theory and theory into practice apply, given that I've done... I've previously traced this ship on sensors?
No, because now you're trying to scan directly the system.
Okay.
I just need the flyer's stats. All right, you gain a momentum.
Cool.
And I streamlined this information. So instead of like talking about like planet types and star types, I just kind of gave you the pertinent information here. So you could fluff around it if you want.
Captain, the thing I would note is the warp trail leads directly to the L-class moon over there. It has an oxygen and argon atmosphere. A few other planets, but that's our body of interest.
Bring us within range.
All right. I forgot about my ion storm because you are along the border, so you are reaching the effects. So this one is going to be. So I should have added a difficulty there, but I'll leave that for now. I am going to need a con task roll because it is going to be a daring or control con difficulty 1 for the environmental effect.
Orgel has pushed the limits.
Then diff 0. Orgel just goes, what ion storm?
Someone wants to roll for Orgel real quick. I need to go AFK for a minute.
How about the doctor? He used to play a con character.
Sounds good. Give me just a second. I gotta warm up. Which character was it?
Oh, Orgel.
Alrighty, and you said control con?
Or daring con. Control or
well,
daring.
it doesn't matter. Focus in small craft.
Yep.
Div 0, so I'm just gonna roll it flat.
All right, then I just need engines con.
Ready?
All right, ultimately you'll gain 4 momentum here. And Orgel pulls the flyer within range of the planet.
Any signs of the Miranda?
I'm not detecting it on my sensors, Captain, says Coda.
Nidon, begin sensor sweep of the planet. See if you can't find Eden.
Yes, Captain.
All right, so I'll not forget the difficulty increase here. So this is going to be a reason or control science difficulty 3.
Okay. I will spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice. Does testing a theory and theory into practice apply in this case?
No, you're scanning for different things now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh dear God.
Never fails. If I don't spend it, I wish I did, and vice versa.
Just need the ship. All right. So that's 8 successes, so you gain 5 momentum here.
Great.
All right, you should have got the information.
The third point there, you do find on. Is that supposed to read
That's
1?
yes. Sorry.
Perfect.
Typo.
Okay. Alrighty. Captain, there's a settlement near one of the lakes, which is inhabited. There does appear to be a Trill life sign about 10 meters underground in one of the buildings. And there does appear to be transportation inhibitors around the settlement.
Not around the settlement, around that building.
Oh, sorry, around the building.
What sort of life signs around in the settlement?
This will be the free question.
Yep.
The second word is definitely Nausicaans, but
Oh, okay.
spelling eludes me at the moment.
Appears to be a mix, Captain, of humans, Nausicaans, Klingons, and a few others. Maybe mercenaries, I'd guess. Admittedly, that would be a guess.
How many in total?
This will be a second question.
And we have Flip.
Okay. I'll use it as a second question, I guess. Approximately 2 to 3 dozen. spread around the settlement, Captain.
How long has this settlement been here? Actually, I guess better question is any hazards, environmental hazards we should be worried about on the surface?
I'll accept that question as well.
Mhm. None detected, Captain. Do I detect any weapon systems or anything of the sort?
Like ground to surface type.
Yeah, specifically around the building where we see the Trill or anywhere in the settlement.
No, it's a very small settlement.
Okay.
You know, probably the remains of an old mining town that's been abandoned for, decades. Or more accurately, probably a border outpost.
Lieutenant Don, do you think you can get a detailed map of the settlement?
I could probably construct one from our scan data, Captain.
Make it so.
I won't make you spend for that. That one seems pretty simple.
Okay. And I will. When it's done, I'll say, "It's done, Captain."
GM, can I look at the map? The map to see a way that stuffly we can get in and hopefully get whoever is being held 10 meters below ground.
Sure, give me insight security or command. Diff 2.
Strategy and tactics.
Works for me.
Take a threat.
Yes. Rebuild my threat pool.
I mean, you did have to spend a whole bunch of it trying to get power back.
I know I did, and it failed. Get 1 momentum. So the building that Nadan is alluding to that houses the Trill is located on one of the, probably one of the corners of town. It's not at the edge, but it's close to. Um, you do think that you could use a few of the alleyways that are around it to get close to the building without either as a beam in point, and it allows you to stay out of sight so that you do not get detected if you want to remain undetected for whatever reason. And you do think that there's not, looking at the overlay and where the people are, there's not too many people in that side of town.
And how far do we have to be out of the city, or well, away from those transport inhibitors to beam him out?
So the transport inhibitors are more local. So, maybe a few hundred meters would probably do it. They're very localized just around the building.
How many can the flyer beam down? Do you know?
Oh, that I don't know. Let's see what Memory Alpha has to say about this. Well, if we just go based off of what other shuttlecraft of its type could do, probably 2 at a time. Just for ease of me trying to look through stuff.
And be closer to a runabout.
Yeah, what was runabout 2?
It was more than that.
4 maybe.
I know it wasn't 6, but it's probably 3 to 4.
Yeah, let's just go 4. Because you figure the transporter should be able to beam everybody out. That's kind of what they're designed to do. If they need to. So yeah, let's just go 4. All right, so what's the plan?
You're gonna get some threat. That's the plan.
I do enjoy threat.
So I'm assuming it's opportunity cost to buy certain equipment.
Yes.
Take 2 threat for a phaser rifle. And myself and Coda will be getting 1, so that's 2 momentum. And body armor. So let's go. If we're doing 4, it's definitely gonna be me and Coda. And then I'm gonna say the doctor, Dr. McKenzie. So 3 of us are gonna have body armor, so that's 3 momentum, and then take a threat for the body armor for escalation.
All right.
So yeah, Code and I have phaser rifles, and then we all have body armor. So, which is
Works
2
for
resist.
me.
Lieutenant Don Mendrock, I'm leaving you in charge of the Delta Flyer.
Captain.
Dr. McKenzie, myself, and Ensign Coda will be beaming down to the surface of the planet.
Aye, Captain.
We'll keep an open comm signal. Get ready to beam us out at a moment's notice, but we're going to attempt to sneak in and rescue Eden. Lieutenant Odd, keep an eye out for that Miranda class. We don't know when it's going to show back up again.
Aye, Captain.
Vendrak, I'm trying to keep a lock on us and pull us out of, when you can.
You can count on me, Captain.
Yeah, after getting everything set up, you can transport when ready, Mendrock.
Do you need any enhancers, Captain? Since there's inhibitors down there?
We'll try and disable them, but if not, I'm hoping to do this quick and quietly without
All right.
any them noticing.
Okay.
Yeah, get as close as you can.
All right. What is this roll going to be? Probably.
Yeah, I don't have transformers.
Probably difficulty. Probably diff 3.
All right.
At a difficulty because of the ion storm, I think. Or is it? Or would it be 4 because it's not a transporter room? Let's go diff 4.
Oh boy. All right.
I will call this not a transporter room.
Suppose any of my non-transporter focuses are gonna help. All right. So 2 dice would be 2 threat and the momentum.
Yep.
All right.
Then just need the ship's sensors engineering. And you get a momentum back. Back on the expedition. Commander DeGrasse, after you... so you travel the distance as well to catch up with the first transport on your list. So my question is, because it matters, which one did you go after? Did you go after the one over here or the one over here?
So all 3 ships were they of the same type?
They are not the same types.
Darn. Which one's expected to arrive at its destination first between those 2?
This one.
Okay.
Now remember, they're freighters, so they're slow, so they're still expecting days to get to their destinations.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, we should be able to outrun both of them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
especially when it takes you hours to go through a sector. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll pursue the one, I guess. Not going to Starbase 17.
okay,
So southeast.
yep, just so I know where to place it.
Yep.
Cool. And since I have threat here, I'm actually gonna change what the ship type is.
It is no board cube.
Yeah. Whoops.
All right, so you drop out of warp, or you drop out of you catch up to the ship, and when you put it on screen, you see a Ferengi freighter in your view screen.
Great. Well, Casey, how many Ferengi have you had the pleasure of running into?
My fair share, Commander.
Well, let's hope we have enough latinum on board. All right. Well, give me a quick scan of the vessel and ops. Let's do a hail.
Oh, do I have a Ferengi token somewhere in here? I got to, right? So on screen, you see this very typical Ferengi and the outrageous colors, you know, the greedy look in his eye, and you go, Starfleet, what can I do for you?
Well, who might I have the pleasure of speaking to today?
I am Damon Mox.
Well, Damon Mox, I'm Commander DeGrasse of the USS Expedition, and we seem to have a bit of information here that might point to you carrying some interesting cargo on board.
What kind of interesting cargo?
Well, I was hoping that you could tell me what you have on board.
I am just a simple trader, Commander DeGrasse.
And
I am bringing supplies for the new colony. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of your kind, too.
Well, as members of the Federation, any Federation species, members of my kinds. So I assume food, medicine, the like?
We are carrying mostly mining supplies.
Okay. Well, excellent. So I don't think you would mind us to do a quick scan and maybe inspection of your vessel.
Another inspection? How many of these inspections am I going to do?
How many have you done?
I don't know what it is with you Starfleet types thinking they can just board a Ferengi vessel whenever they see fit. This is an outrage. I demand to speak to your superior.
Well, at this time, I am the superior on this vessel. And we have reason to believe that you could be carrying contraband material on board your vessel. And so in order to fulfill our duty, well, I'm afraid that we're going to have to inspect your ship.
You see the humiliation the Federation types put me through? They can't even send a captain out to greet me. They send this commander. What right does a lowly commander have to talk to a daemon?
Well, I feel I must apologize, and I'll be sure to communicate your displeasure to Starfleet Command and see if we can get you a formal apology. But until then, I must do my job. You must understand that. Stand by.
I expect to be compensated for this delay, Commander.
DeGrasse will cut communications. Casey, what can you get me
probably
on?
You probably hear I expect to be calm before it cuts out.
And I can, yeah, I assume I can fill in the rest on that one. Casey, can you give me a scan of that vessel?
I can try, Commander.
What are you scanning for?
Actually, you know, I'll go ahead and kick this over to science. Yeah, I'll kick this over to Solva. DeGrasse will say, Solva, can you get me a scan of that vessel?
The question remains, what are you scanning for?
So we're going to be scanning for, I mean, Casey, unless you can think of anything else. I would say two things. The cargo on board the vessel, as well as, you know, anything that we think could be an anomaly, as in, you know, something used to hide cargo, like blind spots, weird energy signatures, anything of the like.
Symbionts would show up as their own life forms, right? When they're not part of a host. Would they?
Yes.
In that case, I guess we could maybe scan for life forms as well and just see if it lines up with what their crew complement is.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. Sova will come back. Commander, I'm attempting to penetrate their hull, but they seem to have some type of scanning deflecting technology.
Huh. And you don't think that there's any way that we'll be able to get through that with our scanners?
Every attempt is being deflected, Commander.
Understood. Ops, let's open another frequency.
Back to the Ferengis.
Yes. And GM, do I know if that type of shielding is legal in Federation space?
On Federation vessels, probably not, but this is a registered Ferengi ship.
Okay.
So, you know, you have to deal with those issues.
Yeah. Darn.
So the Ferengi comes back on screen. How rude of you, Commander, to cut me off. As I was saying before you rudely cut the channel, I expect to be well compensated for this delay.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize I was cutting you off. I thought our exchange of information was complete at that time. So, as you know, it's difficult for us to scan your ship, given the shielding that you currently have on it. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you what we're looking for. And if you give me the answers that we need, then we might be able to end this relatively quickly. If not, then Well, we might have to take the situation a little further. We have information that you might be carrying cargo of interest to the Trill. Do you know anything about this?
What they have me sending is mining supplies, Commander. Seeing as it is a Trill colony we are delivering this to, I would say my entire shipment is of interest to the Trill.
Fair enough. You said that you've been stopped how many times by Federation vessels?
Several.
On this route?
Since my departure from Starbase 21.
And did they inspect the cargo on board your ship?
Of course they did, Commander.
Okay, stand by. And DeGrasse will look up the records associated with the stops on this vessel.
Give me... so you're trying to look it up?
Yep.
Give me Control Con. Difficulty 3.
Ooh. Casey, what's your Control Con?
I think 13. Let's see. 13.
Oof.
Was this to like see
Checking the records, basically.
to see if they were actually stopped by the Federation?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, if they were stopped, and then what the records show.
I guess I have to beat the con officer, maybe. Yeah. Which is the con officer seems to say con. 13. Only one better.
Well, GM, you said Control Con?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, I guess in that case, Connell Ney might be the best person for the job.
Well, you said you were looking it up, so I'm going to
Darn.
make you do it, Commander.
Darn, I was hoping to get out of that. Okay. Said difficulty 3?
Yep.
Okay. Computers for a focus?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Do you have a determination?
Yeah, I was thinking if I want to use it. Yeah, can I use my determination? Mission directive?
I think it would apply, yeah.
Okay. Okay, and so that would be difficulty 1?
Well, it's still difficulty 3. It's just you get 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, take a threat.
To get another dice would be 2 threat unless you're spending the momentum.
2 threat then.
Right, you gain a momentum. So DeGrasse, you look through the database and you do in fact find the manifest. However, what it is missing, the inspection records. However, what it is missing is authentication codes.
Huh, so would I know what this would imply?
They're forged.
Okay. Interesting. So DeGrasse will turn to Casey and say, well, looks like we might have some forged records on our hands. This situation might get a little interesting.
Commander, I believe we have, according to Starfleet protocol, reason enough to board them.
I would agree. All right, well, begin whatever procedures you need to get ready on your side, and hopefully this will be the last time that I'll have to converse with this particular daemon. And he'll ask Ops to open up the frequency or take us off mute, essentially.
And the channel is back open.
Well, Damon, it appears that we do have a manifest here. However, the records look a little incomplete. They don't contain authorization codes.
I don't see how that is my problem, Commander.
Well, at this point, it is very much your problem because we can't confirm that these inspections have actually taken place in that case.
So let me get this straight, Commander. Your accomplices in the Federation board my ship, failed to keep accurate records, and that gives you the excuse to board my ship again?
Well, let me give you another scenario. No actual boarding of your vessel has taken place. You have potentially paid somebody to place these records in our database, or place them yourself, with the hopes of moving illicit contraband to your destination and achieving a large payday. So, since there's even more evidence to back my scenario up than there is yours at this point, given the records that I'm looking at, I suggest that you calmly allow us to board your ship, conduct the inspection, and if there's no problems, you can be well on your way, and we can stop this delay.
And the Ferengi kind of gives like a little growl. Fine, Federation. You may board my best vessel again, but be warned, Commander. I am going to tell the Ferengi diplomat about this incident, and there will be hell to pay. I will seek my compensation for this delay, Commander, and I'm going to take it out of your funds.
I would expect nothing less. And if we don't find anything, I would be happy to watch you enter, or I would be happy for you to watch me enter the authorization codes to make sure that this lack of information in our records doesn't take place again on this trip.
I'll be looking over your shoulder very carefully, Commander.
Expedition out.
And the Ferengi ship drops out of warp and lowers its shielding.
Well, Casey, it's always a pleasure dealing with Ferengi.
Went about as well as I expected.
Well, one thing I can say is that I've learned a thing or two about diplomacy from the captain. Well, please see to it. Let's conduct these inspections and find what we find.
Yes, sir. Casey will bring Petty Officer Chakrath with him. Probably an engineer. Who do we have? Crewman Matthews, I suppose. And the doctor, if he'd like to come, in case there's something up with symbionts.
Of course.
All right. Standard 4-person away team. I'm not expecting resistance, so I don't imagine we need any special gear other than standard Type 2 phasers for everyone. And like, doctor's med kit and tricorders, usual.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit easy. The Ferengi comply. They go wherever you need to, give you whatever documents you require. All of those check out. What I am going to need, though, is I'm going to need a task roll to actually search the vessel. This is going to be probably reason or insight with your security or con difficulty 3.
Observation for a focus.
Yes.
Would I be able to be assisted by the other security officer?
It will cost a crew support, so that would be up to you.
How much are we at?
Because I think you guys are starting to run low on that.
I took three supporting characters. Those two are already activated, so plus the other one, so I already counted Mackenzie. So we're at 3 out of 6.
Because we had the one during the battle go.
2 of them. That was Coda and Orgel, and they're with me.
Gotcha. So yeah, so this will bring you down to 2 if you want to use this one.
That's fine with everyone else. It's fine with me.
It's fine.
Yep. So I'll take the assist on that, and I will do 1 threat. See if I can get some momentum here. 1 threat, and those 2 momentum for 4 dice.
You then just need the assist.
1 second.
If
anyone else wants to roll?
I got her up.
Awesome.
Sheet up. So investigation techniques.
Yes.
Nothing's getting past us.
Yeah, you gain 3 momentum. It takes you, it's a medium-sized freighter, so it takes you a little bit to go through it, but you eventually come to what I just sent you.
Doctor, take a look here. Looks like 6 symbiont containers. Is the Damon there with me?
He could be.
Damon, would you care to explain this?
What are you talking about?
Well, this looks an awful lot to me like 6 symbiont containers.
Symbiote. We're not carrying symbiotes, and he flips opens his manifest. This is labeled as mining laser supplies.
Doctor, are you able to confirm the identity of these symbionts? Is the doctor there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I sent you something, Doc.
There's Commander, it is 6 symbiotes, and there is some medication that I recognize from the colony.
You must understand, Damon, that this is a very serious offense.
I do not smuggle things. I am not a petty criminal. Look, my manifest. Picked up this container at Starbase 27, labeled mining supplies. And, he's pounding the pad he has.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but even if you knew absolutely nothing of this, your vessel must be impounded until the investigation can be completed. You must understand, it's simply procedure.
You can't delay my operation. My profits depend on it. Take the crate and let us be on our way.
Stay where you are. I will consult with my superiors. They shall decide further course of action. Casey will step somewhere private and then tap his comm badge. Casey to Commander DeGrasse.
DeGrasse here. Did we find anything?
Indeed, we did, sir. We've located 6 symbionts on board the vessel. The good Damon here denies any involvement and said that it was simply listed as another crates of mining supplies. Although I don't ever generally trust the Ferengi, it is certainly possible that the Ferengi have no knowledge of what a symbiote container looks like, and I doubt the Ferengi are ones to question the contents of their cargo. Regardless, it would seem prudent to impound the ship, in my opinion. What are your orders, sir?
Well, Casey, given the seriousness of the offense, I do agree with you. Unfortunately, an investigation is the only way to determine guilt in this situation. It's entirely possible that the Ferengi didn't know what they were carrying, but then again, as carriers of cargo, it is their responsibility to understand exactly what they're carrying and the legality of their cargo. Impound the ship. Let's make sure that we get the crew in the brig, and we'll let the courts deal with us.
Understood, Commander. Casey out. He'll go back to the Damon. I'm sorry to say that Commander DeGrasse has indeed decided to impound your vessel. We would request that your crew peacefully come aboard the expedition, and we'll be transporting you to a nearby starbase. I'm sure if you are as blameless as you claim, you'll be released very soon.
Oh, you better believe I am innocent, Commander. And when proof of my innocence gets out, I am going to come after you financially.
That is indeed your prerogative. I wish you the best of luck. Now, if you would please assemble your men, we will have them beamed over to the expedition.
And they save a little bit of time. They all comply. Begrudgingly comply, I should say. But, within 10 minutes, you get everybody. And get the symbiotes back on the ship.
So are we tractor beaming it, or sending a prize crew? Take it back to Starbase?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to run down the other ship, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to tractor beam this. I don't know. GM, is that something that we would know, or would we have to check with engineering for that?
To do what?
So if we were to tractor beam the ship, would we?
It will slow you down.
Okay.
So it's probably not an option if you want to intercept the other ship.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll send out a request from the nearest starbase to send out a ship to impound this one and tow it back.
Okay.
I imagine we could also leave like a couple officers to make sure no one takes it.
Yeah, I thought that, but yeah. Do we have any? That's a question, I guess. If we have any officers on board that know how to use Ferengi systems, but
You could have a security team hold the ship until people come
until
back.
somebody gets back.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying somebody used the ship. So, okay, we'll go that route. So DeGrasse will ask Casey to send a small security team over there to hold the ship.
All right, Casey.
Commander.
You could either roll for it, or no, I won't make you roll for it. You have plenty of people to do that. So the security team can hold it until they're able to get a crew to shuttle it over back to the starbase. During all of this happening, probably when you finish up and are about ready to leave, the Tiananmen will report that they intercepted the ship and retrieved 4 symbiotes.
Well, we have 10 of them then. No, we're taking the symbionts on board the expedition as well, right?
We already have. We have actually 4. One's in Emery, and then there was 3 that recovered from the planet. So it's either we're at 10 or we're at 14 total that have been found.
Have to convert one of the cargo bays into a makeshift symbiote pool.
It'll be 14, just so there's no confusion. You have collected 14.
Cool. So 2 out of the 3 ships have been intercepted at this point?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the expedition will attempt to chase the 3rd ship.
All right, so you enter into work to go chase that down, and we'll head to back to the captain. So I gotta. The away team was the captain, Dr. Mackenzie, and Coda. New scene. All right, so Captain, your transport finishes, and you're beamed into an alleyway in the town, out of the view of any people, and you make your way heading toward the building in question. And you're sitting in an alleyway, looking across of it from a 10-meter wide walkway, looking at the building, really at the main door. There are 2 armed Nausicaan guards armed with Klingon disruptors at the front door.
Okay. There's no one else nearby?
Your scanners are showing that there are not.
I like to roll for an advantage for a plan of action that this has been planned out as best possible on what we're achieving. So essentially, there's a strategy in mind of like we're going to breach in and then head down and retrieve and exfil the hostage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. It's probably going to be reason commander security.
Strategy and tactics.
Yes.
Take a threat.
Just got it unless you got a reroll.
I do have a reroll, but I'll fish.
Gain a momentum. What would you want the advantage to do?
We know there's Gnosticans here, so essentially we some vital points, so it makes like essentially like it's easier because there's a plan, so it's just shooting is going to be easier, which really is just for Coda and the doctor, not for me.
Okay. So to shoot them, it'll be easier.
Yeah.
All right, that works for me.
I'll have Coda go first. So whoever wants to play Coda. Casey?
Yeah, I can keep playing Coda. What did you want Coda to do? Sorry.
To take out the Gnosticans.
Nice.
She has a phaser rifle.
Yeah. So they're close enough I can charge for area then?
How wide's the door? Probably yes. They're probably on either side of a doorway. So
Right.
yeah, I'll say yes.
Spend a momentum for aiming. Because it is a rifle.
Yep. So aim, charge for area. What's the difficulty?
Just one.
All right. Yeah. I'll do one turn then.
Two momentum gained. Damage, please.
It's not great.
That is not right.
One sec. The sheet just broken. Yeah.
Hold on.
Just the security one isn't working right. So that would be 9 challenge dice.
Yeah, I think you just got to re-enter the number.
Yeah, I did that. But
let's roll 9 challenge dice.
Actually, you're 4 short, so on the first roll.
How many is it?
Yeah.
Or it's your security plus the.
So here's what I'll do just to make it easier. Just roll the damage twice, and I'll just drop the last one. So if I take the first 2 rolls, it's enough.
It's security plus weapon damage, though, right?
I re-entered it on the sheet for you, so it should roll right. But for future,
there we are.
Yeah, there you go. But in the means, yeah, either way, you're able to hit your wide beam shot, and you're able to knock them both out in a single shot.
Good work, Coda. And then motions to move into the building, or to the building.
All right, you get up to the front door, and you notice that it requires a key card to enter.
Is there search the bodies between Coda and me?
one may do the task, one may assist. I'll make this since I got all this threat, diff 3. Or let's go daring security for this.
Then we'll have Coda do it. I'll assist.
I'll do a threat and 2 momentum, 4 dice. Here we go. There we are. Get one back.
All right. Yep, you get one back. And Coda, you see that on his belt he has the key card, and Coda grabs it and opens the door really quick.
We should probably drag them inside. Actually, no. Let's keep going. But it's quick. Down the. So what's inside as we enter?
So inside, so when you open the door, it's kind of like a common room. Like there's some furniture. Maybe a table or two, like used for eating and stuff. It's maybe I don't know, maybe 15 meters by 15 meters. Judging from like how big you think the room is, this room pretty much makes up most of what this building is. But you do notice that there's a door in the back of the room.
Tricorder in hand. Is there any life signs?
Not in this building, but you do detect some downstairs. You detect 4 life signs downstairs.
Okay. She'll mention 3 to 4 point down, and we'll head down.
The life signs were basically 2 Nausicaans, a Trill, and another race.
We'll definitely
probably human. A human, 2 Nausicaans, and a Trill.
We'll stealthily go down, make our way down there.
All right. For the stealth roll, give me a control con, difficulty 2. And I'm gonna make everybody roll that.
Well, I'll spend a threat. Or no, a threat, a momentum. Sorry. Will you? I don't have a focus. Oh, well. I don't like that complication. Can I spend my determination to reroll 3 on mission directive?
Yes. Gain 2 momentum out of it.
Much better. Whoever's rolling for Coda.
Yeah, can I spend determination on protecting others as my pop? Because she's trying to save someone.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And I will also spend 2 momentum for the 4th dice.
You get 2 momentum back. And then just need the Dr. Mackenzie.
Can we spend 2 momentum to create the advantage that her difficulty is reduced by 1 for following what Coda and I are doing?
Sure.
Whoever wishes to roll for Dr. Mackenzie. Done.
Sorry, what was that?
Whoever wishes to roll for Dr. Mackenzie, so I was kind of like Nana, Mendrak, whoever.
I'm trying to find the character sheet. 1 second.
She's in her medical.
So many supports.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you repeat the roll again? So
It's Control Con. For you, it would be
Perfect.
difficulty 1.
Perfect. Thank you.
Dr. McKenzie didn't need no stinking momentum. In fact, she gives you one.
The
Right,
dice like me today, I guess.
Yeah, I know. So, the strike team make your way down the stairs, and you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you turn a corner that goes to the left, and toward the end of the hallway is a single Nausicaan guard, standing guard at outside another door. And through the door, you could hear talking. But it's too faint and echoey to really make out. Figure the Nausicaan is probably long range.
I like to create a distraction to get the Nausicaan to move away. So I'll motion to Coda. Like, so is the room open, or is there like there's a doorway, like a little hallway where like one person can take position on one side while another is on another side?
Let me kind of draw what I'm talking about here. So it's kind of like that. The stairs are behind you, and the Nausicaa's over that way. And then you can make out the door there. Everybody able to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the talking I was alluding to is coming from in here, but you can't make it out.
How is it they're gonna like? I don't want to alert the people in the room, but they might hear the actual shot. She's gonna motion for Mackenzie to step back to here, and Coda would probably be the better runner. And she has fire at will. So she's gonna motion to Coda to get ready to run. And you say it's in long range.
Yes.
All right. Going to move into medium range. Spending a momentum to aim, and I'm going to fire at the Nausicaan.
Okay. Diff 2.
I would like to use my joint talent to gain the appropriate focus
Okay.
for this. So I am
Yep.
aiming. I'll spend a momentum to charge the phaser for intense. And I'll give you a threat.
All right.
Rerolling the 2 zeros. Ugh. Shit.
All right. You gain a momentum.
Right, but I need to keep that momentum. I will use one of my saved milestones. To gain a point of determination. I'm just trying to figure which one I could use. Will you take the from the episode? I think infestation.
What was that one used for?
That one was during the when we got the bugs. But
As long as it involved shooty, I'm okay with it.
it involved the captain to give orders for shooty.
That's fine too.
And I'm going to spend the point of determination to re-roll the 1-0 on mission directive or doesn't believe in the no-win scenario.
Yep. Either or. All right. Gain another momentum. And damage.
That's 7 with 3 intense.
And your blast hits the Nausicaan and he flies against the other side.
All right, 2 to keep.
Mm-hmm.
For Coda to run up to here, which she'll have to sprint.
What is that? Fitness?
It's fitness security difficulty 0.
Yep.
Unless there's
That
a restriction.
momentum per zone past close or medium?
Past medium.
Okay.
So it'd just be a momentum.
Yeah. Someone needs to roll for Coda because Casey said he was. Oh, nope, he's back.
Sorry, I just had to have a quick discussion with my roommate.
You're running to here, Casey, with fitness
All right.
security. You need
Awesome.
at least a momentum, and then you're gonna have to do a swift task to shoot into the room.
It's so I need to get at least a momentum, you said?
A momentum to get there, but you need to do be able to do a swift task.
You need to gain 2 more momentum in order to get there and shoot.
In which case, I guess I will just spin for 5 dice. The one. Well, I guess I'll do it all threat then.
So 6 threat to me.
Yeah, this could end deadly.
Probably can only need to roll 4, but
Better safe than sorry.
There's your 4 momentum. 1 has to be spent to get there.
Oh, it was a diff 0? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Diff 2. Oh,
I
well.
believe it's this.
It's momentum now.
yeah, it's diff 0 unless there is obstruction.
Which in this case there is not.
So 2 momentum gained, which immediately all that essentially we get 1 momentum off the roll, and
All right, I gotta add some people in here that Coda can see now. Then I just need random. There we go.
Clarify, she has to shoot these.
Two
guys.
of them. We're rescuing that guy.
So
Yep.
when you get here, you see the Nausicaan armed with his Klingon disruptor, just kind of looking over. This guy seems to be holding medical devices in his hands, looking intently at the area where the symbiont would be on that gentleman.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the guy with the disruptor first. Aim for, or yeah, spend momentum for aim, I guess.
All right.
Or do I need that to swift test?
You've already swift tasked, so
Oh, was this part of combat?
yeah, we're in
Okay.
combat.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
So you've already done the swift task.
In that case, oops, wrong character sheet. That is Casey. Trill Security. So that's a diff 2? Because she has fire at will?
Yes.
All right.
Be diff 1 with the plan of action.
Yes, difficulty 1 for you.
Okay, I'll just generate 1 threat.
You have you aim, so accurate. You can reroll the 2 zeros.
So reroll 1 more. All right, you gain a momentum. You do have a complication on the table.
Well, bold. So
Okay, reroll the other one.
Yes.
All right, just 1 momentum gained. You
two.
may roll damage.
how much is secondary target?
I'm not even sure what that does.
It's 2 momentum, a second target within reach of the attack's target is also affected by the attack. So are they in close range or within reach of each other?
No, not within reach. No.
Okay.
I figure the guy with, well, hopefully the guy with the medical tools just surrenders.
You have 2 bonus momentum, so you could do extra damage or re-roll the 3 zeros.
Either way, I'm keeping him up. So
I would just re-roll the zeros and hope for more damage and see where his stress goes.
Sure.
You can re-roll the 3 with the bonus.
Oh, you wanted me to reroll and
Reroll.
not do it. I thought you were doing extra damage.
No, you can re-roll the 3. Like spend 1 of the bonus momentum that you have for the 3 for 3 challenge dice. Because you can get probably more than that, and then you can spend the other one for extra damage, so for more stress.
okay. Does it go to them?
We've already kept, so it has to go to them.
Okay. Not taking no chances with this shot. The Nausicaan, very pissed off that he was just shot in the back, turns around and takes a shot at Coda, where the blast came from. Gain 4 there. Use one of the ones I gained to reroll 3. There we go. So what is that? 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage coming at Coda.
Body armor, so 9. Coda may want to probably stay up.
And then I'm gonna just dump the 3 other what I gained from the roll. I'm gonna do 3 more points of damage.
Is that a mandatory lethal injury or is that a lethal injury?
Did it fill this?
Hold on. So it's base. So there's 9. 6, 9, and you said 3 more.
Yes.
Still need to probably want to stay up, but that doesn't fill the step or the stress track.
Okay. Do I keep? Is the question.
I guess we'll spend it 2
I think I will keep the initiative here. And I'm going to have the doctor go. The doctor pulls out a type 1 phaser and is going to attempt to shoot at Coda as well. And someone's playing god-awful music. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. Ooh, I can't miss today. What's the type 1's just 1, right?
It's 2.
All right, ignore the vicious. No, that's right. So there's 3 more coming at Coda.
Body armor.
Oh, don't you have to? Oh no, it's body armor, not shields.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's body armor.
Okay.
Shields might have been better to take, but it's more threat. They don't want to give you a whole lot of threat, but someone gave you 6 threat.
Yeah, I know that, I got to use it. I had 21 when it came to their turn.
It's 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I'm going to. I think piercing gets me there, right?
That would be 2 injuries. So
yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Lethally injured.
No, it's just 8. No, actually, it's just 1 injury because you didn't do 5. So it's just a non-lethal injury.
I thought if you had max stress it was, but
no, it's still only 1. It's still only 1 injury. And then you avoided the other one, so you just have 1 non-lethal injury.
Right.
I believe that is all their turns. I think it's only the doctor left to go on your team.
Yeah. She's in long range of Coda.
Mackenzie, yeah.
Because they're gonna get to go again. Really, she needs to move and take cover there.
Okay.
Which that would end her turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right, and then it goes back to them. The Nausicaan is going to step out, halfway in cover, half not. Sees you and is going to try to shoot at you, Captain. Well, I got some threat here. Ooh, nice. Ouch. That's 10 so far. Minus your body armor, so it's 8.
Yeah. 2 threat to stay up
Okay.
to avoid the injury. So.
And then I will let it pass to you. This Nautican's no joke.
I'm going to aim at the Nautican for my minor action.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you 3 threat.
You get 3 momentum. You may deal the damage.
Spend 1 to reroll 4. Shit, did vicious. Well, I couldn't. So.
Right. The cover offers him very little protection in the end, and you are able to hit him square in the shoulder, giving him actually a lethal injury.
Goes down?
Yes.
I'm going to spend a momentum for an extra minor to take cover there. I think I can do
All right. So the doctor on his, I'll call him doctor, but the guy that was holding the medical supplies sees the Nautican go down and will say, don't shoot, I surrender.
Are we out of combat?
Out of combat, yes.
I'm going to come across and hold the phaser rifle while motioning to Mackenzie to look after Coda.
All right, I need... So to stabilize, I need a daring medicine, diff 1. Or no, never mind. She's non-lethal.
Well, there is a task. There is a task that you can...
Oh, that brings
it's like to recover stress, isn't it? Or there is one for like reduced stress in combat, I think.
Well, yeah, the recovery task, yes, but to regain stress, but you can still do first aid. Yeah, you can still do the first aid and then spend 2 momentum to bring them back up.
Okay, yeah, so daring medicine.
So you need at least a momentum gained from it. Everyone wants to roll for Mackenzie.
Anyone want to roll for the doctor?
Yeah, I can roll for her.
Daring medicine, please.
You may want to have to give him a threat because she has bold medicine.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Take threat. Daring medicine. I'm sorry, what's the difficulty again?
Just 1.
Oh,
but
okay.
You need to gain a momentum or more. So.
Okay.
So you need 2 successes, really.
Oh my god.
Or none. None works too.
Yeah. Well, I will re-roll one of those zeros.
Does she still have a determination?
That's just enough, really.
Yeah.
Yep. Gain a momentum.
That's enough to bring Coda back up. Stress stack still full, but they'd be awake.
So Dr. Mackenzie gives Coda a quick hypo spray just to numb the pain and helps her back up to her feet, where she dusts off her her pants from the dirt from the floor, and grabs her her phaser rifle and helps to secure the area.
Who are you?
Please don't hurt me. I just they hired me
To do what?
to remove the, and he's kind of pointing toward like his stomach.
Did you remove it yet?
No, I didn't have a chance to start.
Who hired you? Do they look like me?
I don't know. They were wearing a hood. I couldn't see them.
How do they pay you?
He pulls out a bag of like a small pouch and throws it towards you, and as the pouch hits the floor, out comes several strips of gold pressed latinum.
She motions. Doctor, please look after. See to Eden, please.
Of course, Captain.
What were you supposed to do after you extracted the symbiont?
I was just supposed to remove it and give it to him.
She motions over to the wall.
And
Everybody moves.
yeah, it's everybody selected for some reason.
She's just wanting to make sure like he's not anywhere near Eden.
Yep.
Look, I was like keeping an eye on him. Like, Doctor, how is he?
GM?
I'll just give this to you. He's stable with severe plasma burns from an exploding console.
Captain, he appears stable. We're going to want to attend to him medically, however, when we get the next chance. He sustained quite a few injuries.
Understood. Where's the transporter inhibitor? She looks to the other guy.
I don't know. They just brought me here. I work in the clinic down the road.
Clinic? You work for the mercenaries?
Please, I just try to help who I can, but you see the conditions of the settlement?
Conditions? What conditions? Did the Gnosticans take over the settlement? These mercenaries?
This is a very small settlement. The Federation doesn't come here too often, and between them and the Klingons,
You didn't answer my question. Are you with these mercenaries?
no.
Is he being truthful?
Insight command.
Deception for a focus?
Yes.
Post, or is it?
It could probably be opposed.
How many dice are you rolling?
I have not decided yet. I'll probably roll 4.
Well, then I'm rolling 4. So take 3 threat. Rerolling the 0. I cannot get below. Man.
You gain a momentum.
Is he lying to me?
I think I said that to the right person. Yes.
I applaud you for your excellent performance in trying to deceive me. Now I want the truth. And she starts charging the phaser for vicious. Like, intimidation.
Give me presence command. I'm just gonna make this a diff 5.
Well, the way I've been rolling, persuasion for a focus.
This is more intimidate, I think.
Yeah, I already used my joint talent too. Okay, 6 threat.
A little threat dumb.
It's diff 5, man. I'm gonna reroll the 0.
I get 2 out of it.
That ones.
This is probably a human, by the way.
Yeah, no, you said that.
Okay. My, how Federation captains sure have changed.
Well, I've been to hell and back, and you just hurt one of my friends. So let's just say I am not in the mood for pleasantries. And as like you
Clearly.
said, the Federation doesn't come out here. So, truth.
Clearly, you are not here for games. Well, my employer does not pay me enough to end up dead, so I'll tell you what I can.
Go on.
We operate a small mercenary outfit out of this outpost, Captain. And we are hired quite a handsome sum of money to ensure that certain items made their way discreetly to other locations.
You mean the symbiotes that you have been trafficking? This I'm already aware of.
Well, good. Now, but before you ask, no, I don't know who my employer is. They went through great lengths to remain anonymous. But they did mention him by name. said that he was too close and that he had to be dealt with. Of course, I knew I should have taken him out while he was aboard that shuttle, but they said that the symbiont was just too valuable to be destroyed.
And let me guess, you plan on selling the symbiote on the black market? Despicable.
We all must do what we have to do to survive out here, Captain.
Drop your phaser and communicator now.
Well, his phaser was already dropped when he was trying to
Yeah.
do the act.
Yeah, no. Drop your communicator.
And he pulls that out of his pocket and tosses it to you.
Where's the transporter inhibitor?
He points to a device in the corner of the room.
Coda, if you could take care of it, please.
Yes, Captain.
How are you taking care of it?
Is it like a small one? Can I just shoot it?
Yeah.
All right. She'll just shoot it.
The Bajorn way.
Yeah.
Back on the shuttle, you are finally able to those on the shuttle are able to register that their transport are no longer inhibited.
All right. I will log on to everyone.
Hold on. Before you beam us up.
I wasn't beaming just yet. Just keep it a lock on.
Probably a lock on and a call down. Captain, we have a transporter lock. Type thing.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Understood. So tell me, where is your little stolen ship at? Well, maybe you bought it legitly.
Oh, I could assure you, we did come about that old decommissioned Miranda class legally. But they did pay us a lot more than I let on, Captain. And we were tipped off by one of our informants about your little inspecting our cargo ships. And we have a nice surprise lined up for one of your vessels. And he just grins and smirks at that last remark.
What ship? Which cargo ship? I have a very extensive list.
Well, then it'll be very interesting to see if you pick correctly then. I'll threat spend that reply.
And him, I take it your Gnostican companion over here. He's just hired muscle. You're the real boss.
What good are Nausicaans for, and you, if not for hired muscle?
Does that seem truthful?
Yeah,
Yeah. Just want to make sure. It seems like your Gnostican friend here is on death's door. Could offer a bit of aid before we leave. Though, somehow, I don't think you really care if he lives or dies.
I must admit, you know me so well, Captain.
I'm gonna stun him.
Okay.
Just gonna stun him.
I won't make you roll for it.
Yep. Mendrock, beam Dr. McKenzie and Eden up first. And then
Captain.
Code and I would have a certain prisoner to accompany us.
All right.
All right, I'm not going to make you roll. First transport. Then it is just Captain and Coda left.
Yeah, and then we'll beam up on the last beam out.
Just you two, or are you bringing anybody?
Oh, I'm bringing that guy along. He's coming with us. So I told him to remain the communicator on the floor.
Okay.
Virgil, set a course to rendezvous back with the expedition. Mendrock, see if you can't get a hold of the expedition.
All right, Captain.
And Coda, why don't you get some rest here, and then can we spend 2 momentum to make sure that he's properly restrained?
Yeah.
Small ship. I don't want him to get a hold of something and kill us all.
Yep, that works for me. Back on the expedition.
Send a transmission to Expedition.
DeGrasse, you are being hailed by the captain.
Well, hopefully this is good news. Let's listen to what the captain says.
Still in body armor, and probably a phaser burn on it. So, Commander DeGrasse, how are things on your end?
Good. We were able to recover a batch of symbiotes from a Ferengi vessel without bloodshed. A little bit of argumentation, but overall nothing too bad. How are you all?
Managed to rescue Eden. He's currently resting, and we captured the mercenary leader. Likely we didn't come into contact with the missing Miranda. We are heading back to your position. Be advised, they have a supposed surprise for you on one of the transports.
Really? Wouldn't suppose you would happen to know which one, Captain.
He wouldn't say.
Understood.
Just be on the lookout. Look for explosive materials or anything, really. We'll try to rendezvous at Starbase 27.
Okay. Understood, Captain. We'll be cautious.
Good luck, Commander.
Thank you, Captain. And as soon as communication cuts, DeGrasse will turn to Casey and say, Casey, did we thoroughly inspect everything that came on board our ship?
Well, sir, unless they hit it on one of the crew or some of the symbiont containers. We did do standard security checks, but I can have them run through it again.
Uh-oh.
And your ship, as you turn to talk to Kate, your ship takes several phaser shots from all directions, and several of the consoles on the bridge blow out in a hail of flames and sparks. And I think we will continue this next week.